JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, murder tally soars to 72 in 15 days. Jamaica's recorded 2 consecutive weeks of 30-plus murders since the start of the year, bringing the homicide tally to 72 as at January 15. For the corresponding period in 2021, 58 murders were recorded. According to the latest statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, 35 Jamaicans were murdered last week. This represents a 24% increase year on year. For the first week of 2022, the JCF said 37 murders were committed. Additionally, 35 people have been injured in shootings since the start of the year. For the corresponding period in 2021, 48 persons were shot and injured. There was a 350% increase in the number of murders in Westmoreland, with 9 murders committed since 2022, compared with 2 for the corresponding period last year. This statistic triggered an announcement by Prime Minister Andrew Holness that a crime-plagued section of Savlamar, Westmoreland, had been declared a zone of special operations, ZOZO. The communities of Russia, Darling Street and Dexter Street will form the epicenter of the ZOZO. According to the JCF, from January 1 to 15, there was a 300% increase in murders in the Kingston Central Division, with 4 murders since the start of the year, compared to 1 for the corresponding period last year. There were increases of 100% and 80% in St. Catherine South and St. Catherine North divisions, respectively. There was a 27% increase in murders in St. James, with 14 murders recorded. As of Saturday, the police statistics revealed that there was a 10% reduction in shootings, with 44 such incidents. This is 5 less than the corresponding period last year. Robberies were up 9.3%, while rape and break-ins fell when compared with last year's figures for the corresponding period. 4 charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. 4 people have been arrested and charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following the seizure of a Glock pistol and the several rounds of ammunition in Gale Housing Scheme, Lionel Town in Clarendon on Friday, January 14. Charged are 40-year-old Warren Martin, otherwise called Kempes, caterer, 38-year-old Daniel Joseph, makeup artist, and 18-year-old Brianna Grant, all of Gale Housing Scheme, Lionel Town, Clarendon, 43-year-old Dwayne Brown, sales representative of Winston Heights, Marley in St. Anne. Reports from the Mapen Police are that about 3 p.m., lawmen conducted an operation in the area, during which a premises was searched and the gun and ammunition found in a bedroom. A further search was conducted at $1,960 Canadian dollars, $250 US dollars, 312 Jamaican dollars, and 120 pounds were found in a safe owned by the occupant. They were charged on Sunday, January 16, following a question and answer session. Their court date is being finalized. Angry Bird charge for stabbing woman. Senton landscaper 24-year-old Shakim Hawthorne has been charged for stabbing a woman during a break-in. Hawthorne, otherwise called Angry Bird, Wilson Prairie, was charged on Saturday with wounding with intent. The police report that about 10 p.m. on Wednesday, January 12, Hawthorne entered the woman's home in the community and used the knife to inflict stab wounds to her throat and arms. She raised an alarm and was assisted to hospital, where she was treated and admitted in serious but stable condition. Hawthorne was later arrested and subsequently charged after a question and answer session on Saturday, January 15. His court date is being finalized. Over 900 pounds of ganja seized in St. Catherine. The St. Catherine South Police made a major dent in the illegal drugs trade with the seizure of over 935 pounds of compressed ganja. Reports are that after 2 p.m. on Sunday, January 17, the St. Catherine South Police were conducting operations in the Planters District when a motor car was observed along a roadway. The vehicle was checked and a subsequent search revealed the compressed ganja. No arrest was made. However, the vehicle and the compressed ganja are in police custody. Superintendent Upton Nicholson, Divisional Commander for the St. Catherine South, theorized that the illegal shipment was meant to be transported to Haiti as part of the illegal guns for drugs trade. This is another dent in the illicit drugs for guns trade between Jamaica and Haiti, as the compressed ganja was prepared and being transported as part of this illegal trade. The St. Catherine South will continue to pursue persons involved in and the spaces used to conduct these illegal activities, Superintendent Nicholson said. Suspected dog paw gang member wasn't just passing through Portland, says police. A suspected member of the notorious dogpaw gang who was recently nabbed in Portland was not just passing through the parish, according to the police. Superintendent Kenneth Chin, who was in charge of the Portland Division, made the disclosure during last Thursday's meeting of the Portland Municipal Corporation. Chin's confirmation came after being questioned by Chair of the Portland Development Committee, Carol Holgate, about a media report that a gang member had been picked up in the parish. "We picked up some members who are associated with that particular gang. They were processed. Some were released and we sent others to St. Andrews Central Police Division. The ones that were actually wanted, we were able to hand them over. But the ones that we don't have anything on, the only thing we could do is just speak with them as we couldn't hold them in custody," said Chin in a guarded response. Holgate asked, were they passing through or were they residing with someone in the parish? Chin responded, "The word reside is a challenge, but they were sleeping in the parish." As was reported earlier this month, the man, who is suspected to have links to the late St. Andrew-based gangster Christopher Dogpaw Linton, was among 3 held in Portland late last year. According to the police, he was being sought in connection with 6 cases of shooting in the St. Andrews Central Police Division. He has since been handed over to lawmen in St. Andrew pending further investigations. The 3 men were held on December 7 during a traffic stop carried out by the Port Antonio Police. According to lawmen, a Desert Eagle 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 11 cartridges was found after the Nissan car in which the men were traveling was searched. The men's names are being withheld as one of them is to face an identification parade. $3 million in losses after Charles Gordon Market fire. Fire investigators were working up to late Sunday afternoon to determine the cause of a fire that destroyed 3 shops at the Charles Gordon Market in Montego Bay, St. James, early in the day, resulting in losses of up to $3 million. While the investigators carried out their work, 2 shop operators, Gregory Johns and his mother, Jacqueline White, looked on despondently as they wondered about their next move after the financial loss. Johns said he had lost 28 bags of onions, plus Irish potatoes, money, 4 fridges and other possessions. For White, she will now have to find a way to repay the value of the liquor she had stored in her shop. "Me trust the liquor me did have in there. And Friday, me took up the money 2 times and some of them pay for them. But me never feel so good about it because me Sabbath that draw near. So me some of them come down Monday morning to pay," White said. "When me hear about the fire because me have high blood pressure, the person who called me said I should just relax because him have something to say to me and then him tell me." Noel Russell, who witnessed the incident, said that nothing was saved despite colleague vendors' efforts to salvage items from the inferno. "It was like an explosion, like you hear something drop and I turn and look and from there, the fire just get out of control. We tried to save the shop but because the grill was locked, we couldn't get to it. Not even a pin we could I not get to save," said Russell. According to reports from the Jamaica Fire Brigade, the blaze started at 10 a.m. at a cook shop on the premises. The cook shop, it is reported, was not in operation at the time. Acting Superintendent of the St. James Fire Department, Winsome Grant, reported that all 3 of the burnt-out shops, the cook shop, a clothing store, and a storeroom, were made of flammable material, plywood. Plus, there was partial damage to a section of the roof of the main building, which was made of concrete with zinc roofing. 1 stall and 7 handcarts were partially destroyed, Grant added. In the meantime, JFB District Officer O'Neill Carr said it was too soon to determine exactly how the fire started. The vendors believe it was accidental. The fire took place less than 6 months after local government Minister Desmond McKenzie had pledged, following a tour last July, to spend $60 million to rehabilitate the Charles Gordon Market. 26 children appeared before the court for violent crimes, including murder in 2021, says Police Commissioner. 26 juveniles appeared before the nation's courts in 2021 on serious charges including murder and gun crimes. Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson has pointed out, describing it as another unfortunate reality for Jamaica. Anderson made the statement at the Jamaica House media briefing on Sunday, where the government announced a zone of special operations also for violence-plagued communities in South Savlamar, Westmoreland. Of the 26 children placed before the courts of violent crimes last year, Anderson said a number of them were members of gangs. About last year, 30 of the persons who were charged for murders, shootings, illegal possession of firearm, and other crimes were able to commit other offenses whilst on bail, Anderson said. He told the media briefing that since a 6th Zozo was declared last week Sunday in Parade Gardens in central Kingston, which has been rocked by gang warfare for an extended period, residents have had some respite from the ongoing violence. Anderson said that the heavy deployment of the security forces, backed up by a suite of operational activities, have had the desired effect of reducing the freedom of action of gangs and thereby reducing to some degree the fear within the community. The commissioner disclosed that 18 of the 20 persons of interest who were being sought by the police have been interviewed and 2 remain in custody. We're also seeing signs of former rivals willing to come to speak to each other when facilitated by us, Anderson revealed. The commissioner said intelligence-driven operations led to last Friday's seizure of 9 firearms and the arrest of a significant figure in the illegal arms trade in the Mountain View Avenue area. Over in Westmoreland, where the latest zones was now being declared, he said intelligence has led to the arrest of persons within the past few days in the Whitton area who were wanted for murder and other crimes. Additionally, the gang unit within the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Unit has arrested 9 members of one gang, 4 of whom were previously before the court on anti-gang charges. Yet, Anderson lamented that despite the efforts of the police, Westmoreland in 2021 recorded 128 murders, an increase of 60% when compared to 2020 and the 4th largest of all police divisions. He said murders in Westmoreland were mainly due to gang conflicts and the propensity of gangsters to settle differences with extreme violence and the use of illegal firearms. The commissioner noted that 2022 started in a similar way, and so we're responding accordingly. It is in this context that the ZOSO has been declared. The zone encompasses the epicenter of gang activity in this part of Westmoreland, said Anderson, while noting that the area is among the top 10 communities with the highest number of murders in the country. 1,220 new COVID cases in Jamaica, 6 more deaths. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has reported 1,220 new COVID-19 cases and 6 deaths on Sunday, January 16, bringing the infection total to 113,438 and total deaths to 2,536. The new cases comprise 759 females and 461 males with ages ranging from 73 days to 95 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 252, St. Catherine, 217, St. James, 135, Manchester, 99, Westmoreland, 76, Portland, 70, St. Anne, 67, St. Mary, 60, St. Elizabeth, 56, St. Thomas, 51, Trelawney, 50, Hanover, 45, and Clarendon, 42. The deceased are a 95-year-old female from St. Catherine, a 76-year-old female from St. Catherine, an 86-year-old male from St. Mary, an 85-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 74-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew, and a 51-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew. The deaths occurred between April 2021 and January 15, 2022. There were 130 recoveries in the last 24 hours, bringing the total to 67,272. Currently, 486 people are hospitalized, 44 of which are severely ill, while 18 are critically ill and 102 are moderately ill. There are currently 14,414 confirmed active cases on the island. The Health Ministry has reported a positivity rate of 61.9%. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.